Hey guys, what's up? And welcome to the first edition of the cooking channel here on B-Ball B-Band 11. I'm Brandon, and today we're going to be making dinner rolls. And it's a pretty quick and easy recipe. I wouldn't say quick because you have to let the dough rise and all that, but other than that, we're going to be using about 5 or 6 ingredients in total. Let's find out what those are. And for the ingredients, we're going to be using 4.5 cups of unbleached all-purpose flour, a half cup of sugar, 3 eggs, a tablespoon and a half of active dry yeast, a cup of warm water, about a teaspoon of salt, and a half cup of melted butter, or basically just 1 stick. So first things first, we are going to need the yeast, the active dry yeast. We're going to pour that into the bowl, and we are going to combine that with the warm water. And when I say warm, I mean like 105 to 115 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to stir that a little bit until it's nice and foamy. And then we're going to let that sit for about 5 minutes, just so it all gets incorporated and all that stuff. Alrighty, so now that it's been 5 minutes and that yeast has had time to activate, we're going to go ahead and stir in the melted butter. We're going to stir in the eggs. Also going to stir in the sugar and the salt. Now normally I do this with like an electric mixer, but for you guys, I'll do it by hand. Alright, so now I know what you're thinking. This doesn't really look like dough. And you are correct, that's because we haven't put in the flour yet. So, stir in the flour, I'd say about a cup or 2 at a time, just because you want to test the consistency. Make sure it's actually forming into a dough and not just like a solid brick. So I do about a half of a bowl first, stir that bad boy in. And guys, if you haven't gone to the gym, don't bother, because this is an arm workout in itself. Holy crap. Alrighty, so that's about half of the flour that we need. Here's the other 10,000 calories of it. And guys, if you don't know what bread smells like, come to my house in the next 20 minutes. Alrighty, so I'm hoping this is going to be enough flour to finish this off. It might have been also maybe a little too much, but we'll see. Yeah, that might have been a little too much. But no worries. We're gonna stick it out. Hope for the best. Now I'm actually going to take this out and mush it with my hands a little bit. So what you're gonna want to do is put some of this here flour on this here countertop. Spread it around, make sure your hands are clean, you nasties. And go ahead and spill that all over the ground. Take this dough, get a little bit of that right there. And get the dough off your fingers. Scoop it out. Ah, so warm. Oh my goodness. Or should I say, dough my goodness. Alright, now the dough is all nice and folded. We can put it in a separate bowl, like so. And what I like to do is sprinkle a little olive oil on it, so that it does not form a crust on the top. So just put a little bit, not too much. And perfect. There's no science to what I do. If I was really Italian, which I'm only 50% Italian, I would make pizza out of this. Which I might do. Alrighty, perfect. Boom, good to go. And I'm gonna go get some saran wrap and wrap this up. Alright, so now that's wrapped up nice and tight, we're gonna put it in the fridge and we will be back in 2 hours to do more with it. Alrighty, so the good thing about these rolls is that you can leave them in the fridge for anywhere between 2 hours and 4 days. So I actually let it rise overnight. And I just took them out of the fridge. Now we're going to open these up. Alright, now as you can see, this about doubled in volume since last night when we put it in. Now what we're going to want to do is grease a 9 by 13 inch pan. Make sure it's all over and the rolls won't stick to it. We're going to get some flour. Put it on a cutting board. I like to use a cutting board instead of a counter because we're going to be using this metal thing and I don't want to cut through to the counter and get scratches on it. So just kind of spread that around. Dump this dough out. Alright, you can either cut it right out of the bowl or you can knead it a little bit. And then you're going to cut these into about 12 to 14 pieces. I'm going to roll them into little balls. Alright, so now that I got 15 in the pan, we're going to go ahead and cover these up with the white tea towel. And we're going to let those rise for another hour until they about double in volume, so you can kind of see the size of them right now. So in the next hour they should rise about twice that size, and then they'll be ready to bake. So we will come back in an hour. And guys, I didn't use all of the dough right now. I'm going to save these 3. I know it's only 3, but still. I didn't have any room left in the pan. And these you can actually put back in the fridge and they'll last for about 4 more days. So now that it's been about an hour, let's see how these are looking. And wow, I would say those doubled in volume. Oh yeah, big time. So now the last step in this process is to put them in the oven at 375 for about 15 to 20 minutes until they're golden brown on top. Then we're going to drizzle some melted butter on them and we're going to enjoy them. Alright, so these just came out of the oven. It's been about 15 minutes. They look so good. Oh my gosh, they're nice and golden brown. Now what we need to do is get this melted butter right here. Get a little brush. Take some of this butter and start brushing it on the rolls. Alright guys, now that the butter is all distributed evenly, I'm gonna go ahead and take one of these. Oh my gosh, this thing is heavy, it is hot, and it looks so delicious. Oh my god. It doesn't get much better than that, guys. These rolls are great for holidays. Basically any dinner you have, they're quick and easy. And if I can make these, anyone can make them. As always guys, be sure to subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.